Welcome to Unity of Chattanooga. If this is the first time you've been with us, I'm happy that you're joining us. We love to share our Unity message with others. And if you are here every week, thank you for being with us and supporting us, and I welcome you also. And I know that today you'll hear a single word, a phrase, a lyric from a song, an image, some idea that will excite you and that you'll think about and carry with you. So welcome one and welcome all. Last week I heard the news about Maya Trimble passing, and I couldn't help but remember what a precious soul she was and still is. And it made me think of the time that she gave me a red tie. She said I needed to be more colorful and alive. And that's hard to catch up with Maya on being colorful. She gave me a red tie, and I'm between houses, and I just could not find it. However, I know that she loved my red bolo, and this stone is a heart-shaped stone, and it's for you, Maya. So I wear it in honor of her today. And she was such a free spirit, and the joy that she just exuded, you felt it and you became part of it. And she was very dedicated to her spiritual practice. She loved to meditate. So Maya, wherever you are on your journey and you're returning to the allness of life, we know that your gift to the world is much larger than your passing, and you will forever be in our hearts. And as that country music singer George Strait sang, love without end, amen. Thank you, Maya. Today, Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle is with us, and she is a senior minister from Unity of Sarasota. She will be starting our service today. Not only did she excel in corporate leadership for 25 years, she has been a Centers for Spiritual Living minister for 20 years. And before coming to Sarasota, Reverend Suzi had founded the Centers for Spiritual Living Pacific Northwest campus of Holmes Institute. And she graduated 20 ministers there. That's an achievement in itself. She was also part of the Centers for Spiritual Living leadership team that began collaborative talks with Unity Worldwide Ministries leadership team at Unity Village in 2008. So thank you for that. She loves books, arts, and her two cats, Tuxedo and Shadow. One of her other passions is music. She plays soprano, alto, and bass silver flutes, and she shares her musical talents as well as her speaking talents this morning with us and with musician Phil Lieber. And Phil is also from Sarasota. So welcome Reverend Suzi Schadle and Phil Lieber.
Good morning, Unity of Chattanooga.
No more trouble in my life. My heart's desire has been fulfilled. I don't get frightened or worried. I got the Spirit in me. I get down and I pray.
I pray.
Nothing bad ever gets in my way now. Nothing on earth can pull me down. Well, the Spirit, there's nothing but good now. I got the Spirit in me. 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 They say the world is a bad place. We live in a time of disgrace. I know I'm one in a million who have been given all of God's grace. I get down and I pray.
I pray.
All this joy in my heart can't explain it. Nothing on earth can hold me down. Yes, I'm gonna shout, gonna give God praise. I got the Spirit in me. 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 No more trouble in my life. My heart's desire's been fulfilled. I don't get frightened or worried. I got the Spirit in me. 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 I got the Spirit in me.
Good morning, Unity of Chattanooga, choo-choo. Sorry, I couldn't help but do that. And I'm sure that I'm the only one who's ever added choo-choo to your name. We love that. We've been talking about that for a while, that we get to be on the Chattanooga choo-choo, and we welcome you to this beautiful Sunday morning. And we are honored to be a part of your service at Unity of Chattanooga. I'm Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle, Senior Minister of Unity of Sarasota in Sarasota, Florida. And my musical partner is Phil Lieber. And so he'll be gracing us with some more music as we go. And we're just really honored and delighted to be able to be a part of the energy of your service this beautiful May 23rd. May 23rd. We're projecting into the future. So anyway, we're glad to be with you, glad that you're with us. And we can feel each other's energy because we are one. And so that being the case, let's move into that oneness of spirit. And I invite you to move into prayer with me. Simply close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, create a soft gaze somewhere in the room. Just allow yourself to be still. Begin to relax. Wherever you're sitting, imagine that that chair is the heart of God holding you. And let's breathe into the very center of our being. Deep breath. And hold the space, and then release. And again, breathing in deeply to the center of being, and allow the breath of God to fill your heart. And then release the breath fully. And again, breathing in deeply to the center of your being, and feel that breath of God gently massage your heart, and then release the breath fully. And allow your breath to be the reminder that we are always in the divine flow and circulation of the breath of God. That each time we breathe in the very experience of Spirit itself, inspiration, the in-breath of Spirit. And each time we breathe out we breathe out the very individualized expression of spirit that each one of us is. And while we may express ourselves individually, uniquely, in a diversity of expression, we remain one in the unity of all life and all creation, for there is only one, and that one is Father, Mother, God, Spirit. That one is God. God is all there is, and God is that which animates all of creation, creates and sustains everything in the cosmos. And each one of us is a divine expression of that one. And so it is wonderful to be able to take this time to remember the truth of who we are, and most importantly, to own that truth, that each one of us expresses spirit. And so for this reminder of the truth and our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth in all that we are, think, say, and do, I am eternally grateful. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen.
As I brave the unseen road, God, go with me. Every hidden sacrifice through the watches of the night, God, go with me. Through it all I know I am not alone. I am fearless in your presence. You're all around me, all around me. In my weakness, you are strongest. You surround me, you surround me. Say the word that sets my heart, what you've done and who you are, God. You are for me. Every hard and heavy step, I will see your faithfulness, God. You are for me, for me. I am fearless in your presence. You're all around me, all around me. In my weakness, you are strongest. You surround me, you surround me. Crashing waves, no fear when the cost is great, no fear in the midnight hour. You've given me a spirit of power, no fear in the crashing waves, no fear when the cost is great, no fear in the midnight hour. You've given me a spirit of power. I am fearless in your presence. You're all around me, all around me. In my weakness, you are strongest. You surround me, you surround me. I am fearless in your presence. You're all around me, all around me. In my weakness, you are strongest. You surround me, you surround me.
Thank you, Phil Lieber. This is a song called Fearless by Mia Fields. So the title of my talk today is The 10 Demandments of Spiritual Living. The 10 Demandments of Spiritual Living. I believe that life and spirit does demand something of us in order to live the fullest life possible. To fully experience and to fully express spiritual living as a lifestyle that fulfills the potent potential and possibility that is available to all of us, I believe that that very lifestyle does demand that we embrace, embody, and practice spiritual principles of creative being and skillful living. The ancient Greeks' word for wisdom meant skillful living. And so when we combine spirit and that kind of wisdom, we do begin to unfold a life that works not only for us, but also for others. And so I want to take some time to explore these spiritual principles of the 10 demandments of spiritual living. And I borrowed the term, the 10 demandments, from Reverend Dr. Stuart Grayson. And as you obviously realize, it's a play on words from the 10 commandments to the 10 demandments. What does life demand of us? I believe, first off, that the 10 demandments call us to say yes to Father, Mother, God, Spirit, to say yes to the life that we've been given, and to embrace it and be willing to live it fully. For me, that yes has become easier because I am in this place of gratitude for simply being alive, because there have been times in my life where I almost wasn't. And so I'm grateful for the life that I have. When I was a little baby, our family went out for a vacation in Germany. We were I was born in Germany. So we're out in the rural parts of Germany, and I got very, very sick, and my parents were, sort of freaking out, and they went into this little village, and they found a doctor, small, tiny little town doctor, who had no sophisticated equipment, but what he ascertained was that I was suffering from pneumonia. And so he was kind of like a MacGyver type of guy, survivalist kind of guy, could make things out of nothing. And he actually fashioned a sort of oxygen tent and whatever equipment with what he had available to him, and he saved my life. In later years, as a young adult, I struggled with alcoholism and drug abuse. And it manifested itself in several car accidents. Went through a lot of cars, and one of those accidents, it was really by the grace of God, by a miracle, that I was not killed in that car accident. But I woke up. I woke up, and I literally heard the voice of God within me and audibly around me. I heard the voice of God saying, "It is not your time to die. I have things for you to do. I have a purpose and a call for you." And I really heard that, and I really listened to it, and I got sober and clean. And that was a transformative spiritual awakening for me. And my journey has been one to move further and further into the center of my being, to that place where spirit and the truest, most authentic being of me resides. And finally, this past year, I had a very scary and very extreme bout with COVID. And out of that even came gifts and gratitude. Gratitude that I made it through, because there were times I wasn't sure I would. But what came to me at one point was that the faith of a mustard seed, the tiny, tiny mustard seed, that much faith was enough to overcome that little tiny destructive COVID virus. And so I knew that the light of God is more powerful, and the faith in it is much more powerful than any virus. And so I'm grateful. I am grateful to say yes to God, yes to life. I believe that these 10 demandments of spiritual living lay claim to us. And if we claim and practice them, then they are the keys to a life that is blessed and ultimately becomes a blessing, a life that we love to live. Reverend Dr. Stuart Grayson wrote, "We are greater than our present life experience. The quality of our thoughts, feelings, and attitude produces opportunities or presents blockages. Through consciously directed thinking, we can cultivate a new feeling, a new sense of self, a new life. Ideas proceed from an inner realm. Every creative, constructive idea is a spark of the infinite one. Catch the spark, embrace the inspiration, fan the inner flame, and let it move up within you and set you on fire. Then put legs on it. Live with new inspiration and transform your world." And so let's take a little journey, sort of a quick journey through these 10 demandments of spiritual living. Demandment number 1 is practice the law of mind in action. The law of mind in action literally allows our minds to think into the mind of God. It activates spirit in action in and through and as each one of us. And so the mind field of consciousness responds as a divine yes expressing through us. Consciousness is cause, and thoughts are things and experiences. And so it's important that that mind of God be operating with us. Our thoughts and our feelings become beliefs, and those beliefs are creative through the mind in action. 2, co-create your desired life through a practice of creativity. Be still and listen to the voice of spirit within. Listen deeply and catch spirit's vision for your life. Not something we've imagined or visualization, but rather be quiet, be still, and listen and catch the thoughts of God. Catch God's vision for your life. The same creative mind that imparts that vision also creates the path to fulfill it. St. Paul said, "He who begins a great work in you will complete it through you." Make the practice of creativity a way of life. Cultivate your mind and creativity as a spiritual practice on a regular basis. Be receptive to your life's call and know that it will be fully experienced and expressed. The third demandment, channel and direct your energy creatively. Embrace oneness with the one divine mind and spirit. Divine creative energy it moves from inside out. It's an inside-out job. Creation starts first in mind and then in manifestation. So the divine creative energy moves from within outward. Direct that divine creative energy with a positive expectancy toward Spirit's call to you. Experience it inwardly. See it vividly in your mind's eye and feel it passionately and deeply in your soul. You've heard the saying, seeing is believing, but the truth of that is that believing is seeing and experiencing. So work on those inner beliefs. The fourth demandment, set specific intentions and embrace divine order. Look within for who you have come here to be, and out of that beingness, what you have come here to do. That is the call from Spirit itself. We are always in divine partnership with Father, Mother, God, Spirit. And so that call is from Spirit. Seek clarity and alignment with Spirit's call, which is our passion and our purpose for being alive. It brings clearer thinking and focused attention and better choices as we move along in our experience. We have a more powerful experience and expression of life as we align with Spirit. Life unfolds in divine order when we are aligned with God. The fifth commandment, recognize, appreciate, and praise the good in yourself and others. Live up to your own high standards. The greatest support, motivation, and rewards are to do what you love, and to love what you do, and to do it well. Recognize and appreciate your own worth and value. Praise and appreciation that comes from others is a bonus. But if we recognize it in ourselves, we don't really need it, but we can simply appreciate the acknowledgement. But do recognize others' contributions and appreciate and acknowledge them. The sixth commandment, seize opportunities and embrace synchronicity. The consciousness of oneness with the source of creation attracts opportunity to it because we're awake and aware. Opportunity is awakened awareness and acceptance combined with preparation and action. And so it's a spiritual and a human thing coming together. Seize opportunities. Make the most of what's within and all around you. Make the most of the gifts that have already been given. Say yes to the possibilities that are around you with a sense of expectancy and receptivity. Say yes. It's the divine yes. Synchronicity is a result, it's not just happenstance. Synchronicity is a very spiritual thing. It's the result of conscious awareness of Spirit in action in our lives. And the more we are in sync with Spirit, the more we will see those synchronicities coming to us and those opportunities coming to us. The clarity of our call and our purpose and intentions attracts more opportunity and more synchronicity. And the synchronicity is an openness and an attentiveness and an action toward those opportunities. The seventh commandment, persevere and persist in spite of obstacles and challenges. Conviction, faith, enthusiasm, those lead to perseverance and persistence, even in the face of obstacles and challenges, and even ridicule. Life is an ongoing journey of growth and refinement, often through challenges and obstacles. We don't really see what we're made of and know what we're capable of unless we're challenged in some way. And so those challenges are literally a gift. Now, we can approach obstacles as opportunities, and when we think of them in that way, they gain power. So find the gift even in the challenges and the obstacles. Make them, turn them into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. We must steep ourselves in spiritual practices to navigate the problems and challenges that may confront us. Spiritual practices like visioning, catching God's vision, meditation, prayer, spiritual study, service, giving of our time, talent, and treasure. And remember that Spirit is always our co-creative partner. The eighth commandment, open to the flow of creative energy and practice the law of circulation. Spiritual practice opens us up to the source of all possibilities within and all around us. It allows the flow of creative energy to be experienced and expressed in, through, and as us. The law of circulation immerses us in the flow of good in and all around. Let me give you a really simple example of that idea of flow and circulation. Our breath. We must breathe in and breathe out. It's not enough to do just one or the other. So you can try this at home. I would do it in the presence of another person just in case. But you can try just breathing out for 5 minutes. Or you can try just breathing in for 5 minutes. And then please write me an email and let me know how that works for you. I suspect I already know. The ninth commandment. Practice the law of spiral motion and allow your life to evolve. Life is like a spiral that begins deep within us and it moves up in this spiral motion. It's raising our consciousness in this ever-expanding spiral of awakening. We're ever evolving, ever transforming, becoming, expressing more of our true self. You know, that spiral. Have you ever had the experience where you think, gosh, I seem to be having the same thing going on, and I know I'd worked really hard on that. I've really worked hard on that. I thought I'd worked through that issue. Well, yeah, it is familiar, but you're working on it from a different level of the spiral at this time. So you started way down here, and you're moving up that spiral, and so your awareness and your ability to move through that issue, whatever it may be, is continually raised to the point that it's done. And so if things feel familiar, don't think that you're backsliding or you haven't made progress. You have. You're moving up the spiral. Practice more connection and communion with Father, Mother, God, Spirit. That will help us up the spiral. It leads us to a more powerful experience of spiritual living, to have that communion, that relationship with God. And so it moves us upward, onward, and forward. Away we go. And the 10th demandment, synergize with the presence and the power of Father, Mother, God, Spirit. Synergy is simply the harmonious coming together of presence and power. It's divine order and right action that are individualized in and through and as each one of us. We can access the qualities of Spirit within. They're already in there. All the qualities and attributes of Spirit have already been given to us. They're within us because we are created of Spirit, of God. And we can access those qualities and use those qualities. We access them through a robust daily practice, daily spiritual practice. Allow Spirit to guide and trust in the process of divine unfoldment of our being. In Proverbs, it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. He shall direct thy paths. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. He shall direct thy paths. The presence and the power of Father, Mother, God, Spirit synergizes and conspires for our greatest experience and expression of life. We're called to conspire in co-creative partnership with Father, Mother, God, Spirit to engage and synergize the 10 demandments to make spiritual living our lifestyle. And I like to call it the lifestyle of the rich in spirit. And so let's meditate on that idea, living the lifestyle of the rich in spirit, spiritual living. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. Otherwise, again, a soft gaze that just allows you to be fully present. Relax into your chair yet again. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Okay, and just settle in. And again, let's follow the breath. The breath gets us centered quickly and easily. Breathe in deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. And just continue breathing in deeply and exhaling fully in the divine flow and circulation of the breath of Spirit. Be inspired by that breath. Be reminded who we truly are. And just find your own perfect and gentle rhythm of breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. And let us just take this time in the interior of our being, this time in the interior of our being. Just to be still and know who we truly are. We spend time in communion with Father, Mother, God, Spirit, and we ask the question, what is that divine spark, that spark of inspiration, that flame of passion? So just open to awaken to the passion that Spirit has placed within you. That passion may be a slow burning ember, or it may be a robust roaring flame and fire. whatever that is for you. It's really about what moves you spiritually, what charges you up, what gets you excited, what moves you. That's the passion that God has placed in your soul. So spend a moment awakening to that passion. Awaken to that passion, that intangible something that moves you. Perhaps it's music, maybe it's art, maybe it's writing, whatever that is for you. Deepen your relationship with your passion. And continuing to breathe in deeply and exhale fully, allow that passion to guide you to the call of purpose. Discover Spirit's call to purpose for you. What are you being called to unfold, to become, to do with that passion that moves you? For what purpose has Spirit brought you to this human experience at this particular time? What is that passion, and what is that purpose? The purpose that moves that passion into being. As we awaken to the passion that resides in our soul, and we discover the purpose that moves that passion and shares it and gifts it to the world, we begin to activate the path of its unfoldment. We activate that path through the spiritual tools of spiritual practice, spiritual principles, the 10 Commandments. This is the pathway. These are the stepping stones that unfold that passion and purpose. That's the path. And so we awaken to passion. We discover purpose. We activate the path of unfoldment. See the path before you and imagine yourself walking that path, one stepping stone at a time. we continue breathing in deeply and exhaling fully, we awaken to passion. We discover our purpose. We activate the path of its unfoldment. And as we activate and walk that path, we realize that we live as the promise of its fulfillment. We are the promise. We are the fulfillment. And so we already live in the promise of God. And so I invite you to continue to contemplate, not only today, but as you go forward, to continue to meditate and contemplate and to be in communion with God, to awaken to passion, discover purpose, activate the path of its unfoldment, and live as the promise of its fulfillment. Gently prepare to come back to this time and this space. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and be here now. Blessings on your journey with the 10 Commandments, or Demandments. I got tripped up by my very own play on words. Blessings on your journey with the 10 Demandments. And I invite you to set an intention for a greater experience of life by embodying and practicing these and other spiritual principles and using other spiritual tools, because they are the keys to spiritual living as a lifestyle of the rich in spirit. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen. And I just want to say once again, thank you to Unity of Chattanooga for inviting us to be part of your spiritual community and your spiritual journey. So from Phil Lieber and myself, Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle, and all of us at Unity of Sarasota, we wish you well on your journey and hope that one day we get to walk the path together. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Suzi, for sharing your insights and your wisdom and your humor. And thank you, Phil, for your musical talents. Thank you both for the music and the message today. Now is a time in our service where we get to remember that we live in an abundant universe. And I invite you to search your hearts for whatever gifts that you may choose to give to support our spiritual community known as Unity of Chattanooga. Maybe a prayer, maybe a credit card online donation. It may be a blessing. It may be a donation through your smartphone to Venmo. Let's take a moment and think about the gift you want to share in your hearts and infuse it with the energy of every positive quality of God. Let's let these qualities that resonate most with your own soul follow your gift. Be infused in your gift. Know that this energy will travel with your gift, attracting more of the same energy as it goes forward to do greater works. We are always blessed as we give a gift, and we are blessed as we receive a gift. For this, we are greatly appreciative. So Reverend Dr. Suzi Schadle always ends her offering time by saying, thank you, God within and all around us. Let's do that together. Thank you, God within and all around us. Thank you for that blessing. Let's join together in singing our love offering song as you share your gifts today. Our song, Spirit, Flow Through Me.
Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding. Your unfolding peace, and Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
It's announcement times. We have 2 Zoom meetings, Sunday morning meditation at 9:30 and Thursday noon mindful musings, where we get to visit with other congregants and say what's on our hearts and listen to each other and visit. So for information on joining either or both those groups, look at our newsletter and our website, and the information will be there. Next week, we are going to have a fabulous service. Reverend Doug Worth is going to be with us. And Doug was the minister here at Unity of Chattanooga several years back. We won't count the years, but at any rate, Doug used to open the service by asking if anybody had a prayer request, and he would pray with us. And we as a congregation would hold that energy for the prayer and for the person. So we are going to do that again. We are calling this a virtual prayer box, and you can actually go online and at contact@unityofchattanooga.org. So fill out your prayer request, and remember, it is so powerful to pray together. And remember what one heart cannot bear alone, 100 loving hearts can bear with faith. And together as a congregation, we will hold the light for one another. It will be a deeply sacred time of connection, so please join us. Now it is time for our prayer protection. These 5 lines have helped and continue to help millions of people around the world to center themselves in truth and rekindle their courage and faith. And right after our prayer for protection, we will close our service today with the song, I Am One, sung by Sherry Hersey and Rick Crowley from Unity of the Oaks in Thousand Oaks, California. So thank you for joining us today. And know that your energy and your vibration goes out from you and blesses the people around you. Thank you for joining us today. And now, our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Be blessed.
I'm just a spoke in the wheel, one grain of sand, but it feels so right to be right where I am. One little part of a much bigger plan, and the longer I'm here, the more I understand. I am one, we are one, like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one, we are one.
I'm just one drop of rain that falls from the sky, that runs to the stream, then the ocean by and by. And I could do worse than to give myself up on the crest of a wave, on this ocean of love.
I am one, we are one, like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one, we are one. One gentle touch, one loving word, one single step toward a kinder world. I am one, we are one, like the rays of the sun.